now in New Jersey. Powered by TAPinto. Brought to you by Lakeland Bank.
Thanks for joining us on this Friday, February 25th. I'm Kristina Behr. The conflict in Ukraine hitting close to home for many New Jerseyans. A church in Newark is helping to provide hope and unity among the community. TAPinto Newark editor Mark Bonamo visited St. John the Baptist Ukrainian Catholic Church.
People will go back to what's familiar. They'll go back to church. There was a steady 50 people there last night. They had already planned the ceremony because it was time to pray for Ukraine days in advance. And then with the invasion yesterday, you had people coming into the church in serious numbers.
What was the, general thoughts from the people that went there?
I mean, I talked to a variety of people. I talked to a guy who's a worker from Western Ukraine, from Lviv. Lviv is the city now where many journalists are camped out from because they've fled Kiev, including many of the embassies. And many other people, a lot of them from Western Ukraine, were saying we've been in contact with our families and it's very disturbing. We can't sleep. We don't know what's going to be happening. We don't know the future. But in an odd way, at least odd to an outside population, if you don't know anything about the history of Ukraine, Ukrainians are very proud of being Ukrainian. They're proud of their history. They refute the idea when Vladimir Putin says, well, there is no such thing as Ukraine. If you had been in the church last night with me in Newark, you certainly know there is a Ukraine. And these people feel like, as much as we don't know what the days ahead and the next days are critical, there's Russian troops already now on the outskirts or even inside of Kiev, the capital, they feel like these people are going to resist. Father Igor Kisilnik, who's the associate pastor at St. John's Ukrainian Catholic Church in Newark, was also saying that, Christianity in a way, and all religion is a way to point to a way to fight against oppression. That what's happening in Ukraine isn't just about what's happening in that one particular country. It's about fighting for democracy and freedom overall. And that both a message in the community and the message that you can hear in the Bible or in any sermon talks about the idea of faith, of banding together, and with that faith having a source of strength to fight against oppression. And it's the type of strength that you can talk about tanks and guns all you want, but there has to be the willingness to fight. And if you give that people not only a sense of hope, but a sense of mission for the day ahead, then people really believe that type of sense of community, that type of faith can not only just help in terms of a spiritual sense of praying in the church, but even in a physical sense, and they're able to successfully fight against oppression and an invasion.
Additional church services are planned for tonight and the weekend. For more information on this story, visit TAPinto Newark. A Hoboken business has a message for a burglar. Come back. TAPinto Hoboken reports Hidden Grounds Coffee's Garden Street store was broken into on Wednesday. In a social media post that followed, the store said, quote, "You've had some really unfortunate events happen to you and you've turned to stealing. I really hope it gets better for you and you are able to rise above it." The post went on to say if it's food the burglar wanted, to come back during business hours and they'll get something on the house. Duke Farms in Hillsborough welcomes 2 baby eagles. As TAPinto Hillsborough first reported a few weeks ago, a pair of adult bald eagles returned to a nest there on the farm this winter, as they have for more than a decade. 2 eggs appeared in the nest January 17th and January 20th. The activity in the eagle nest has become a familiar sight to millions of online visitors through the years, with classrooms and spectators viewing the Duke Farms Eagle Cam on YouTube, eagerly awaiting any signs of the baby predators. Coming up, a South Plainfield cheer team shows its spirit as it heads into competition.
We are a small business, we are a childcare provider, and having Lakeland Bank be a partner who understood our challenges, I believe was the key to us being able to get the PPP loan. We were struggling to make payroll numbers. I had my loan processed through the drive-through window. The funds hit my account at 4 p.m. and we were able to process our payroll at 5 p.m. that Friday. I think that was a great success story for us and for Lakeland Bank.
Welcome back. The South Plainfield competition cheer team hopes to bring home a win this weekend. TAPinto South Plainfield reports the team is aiming for its 4th consecutive state title. Despite setbacks from the COVID-19 pandemic and the team being unable to gather last year, the coach says she's proud of how much the girls have accomplished. To receive your local news from TAPinto in your inbox every day for free, sign up at tapinto.net/enews. Thanks for joining us. This has been Now in New Jersey, powered by TAPinto, sponsored by Lakeland Bank.